So, Formula One, the Australian Grand Prix 2026, the season opener in Melbourne, qualifying, and it was a Mercedes domination. Yes, it was a domination. They absolutely wiped the floor of everybody. Uh, Absolutely unstoppable performance from Mercedes. And yes, you could say, compression ratio, illegal engine, whatever. But you have to look at the lap that George Russell produced, especially where I think he produced two purple sectors or three purple sectors, and he was absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, he was look like it looks like he was the guy to beat in this qualifying, and he was the guy that we look at and you think like, okay, he should get pole. Free practice he was looking good. In qualifying one, he was looking good. In qualifying two, he was looking good. And in qualifying three, he stepped it up under a big expectation, under pressure, which is obviously Q3 is one where it matters the most, and he stepped up massively. He stepped up massively. He was absolutely on it. He was on the top of his game. Two purple sectors in the first two purple sectors. So yeah, absolutely fantastic performance from George. Oh, actually, three purple sectors, I should say, three purple sectors. So brilliant performance from George. He was absolutely on it. He pulled out two qualifying pole laps. Um, I think the first one, no, the first one where he did well to get pole. Obviously, Antonelli did a fantastic lap, which he got pole, we thought, but then George Russell with his second lap, fantastic lap. So yeah, George Russell, obviously there's a huge expectation on him to win the championship this season, and he performed massively and really well today with his qualifying performance. So we have to give him a lot of credit. And it's about now for him to convert this qualifying to a win tomorrow, which, to be honest with you, the way Mercedes performed this qualifying and the pace they have compared to the others, I think they should win this race. They should win this race. They should dominate as well. So yeah, and I expect them to be top of their game because they look really really good. I mean, a lot of people are saying Verstappen and some people are saying that Mercedes are sandbagging and this kind of thing. Listen, testing and practice don't say everything. It doesn't tell everything. It doesn't tell the whole story. And Mercedes have proved that proved that today. So yeah, a great performance from George. A fantastic pole lap, two fantastic pole laps. Kim Antonelli, he had a very good performance considering all the problems he had with free practice three crashing. He went off to the gravel, I think, in the first lap of Q3, but then he recovered very quickly. He bounced back very quickly, and he finished second, and he had a very, very good performance as well. So yeah, great performance from Antonelli. Yes, you could say he was a bit lucky to have more time to be very quickly on track very quickly before Q1 ends, because obviously you have to give credit to Mercedes mechanics and the people who are working on the car. They fixed the car very quickly. They did a very good job. You could say that he got held by Verstappen crashing, which got to the red flag, but still brilliant performance also from him, Antonelli. Brilliant performance from George, and brilliant performance in general for Mercedes. They look very very strong, and they look right now. They looked the team to beat this weekend, and they look the team to beat tomorrow. So they should win tomorrow if they're on it and if they're at their best, which they should. So yeah, well done. And Antonelli, you have to say, you have to give credit to Kim Antonelli's resilience and his character. Despite to bounce back, because Kim Antonelli, when sometimes he has this kind of setbacks, he can be like so hard on himself. You'd be like, no, but like, he's a driver that can bounce back to setbacks really well, as he did last season, where he had a difficult run to the I think in the European season, but then he bounced back after that, doing well in Brazil, etc. So um, yeah, and he did that really well in this qualifying, despite having the crash in Ep3, going off the gravel in the first lap in Q3. 2023. So very good performance from him. Listen, he's still a young kid. He'll get better. I'm pretty sure. Of course, he will have flaws. He's young. Um, so yeah, but brilliant performance from Mercedes. You look at the other teams. I mean, you look at the gap between the two Mercedes, George Russell to the other teams. I mean, George Russell 7/10 clear over Isaac Hadjar. 7/10. I mean, yes, I know people criticize this regulation change and say, "Oh, this regulation change is absolutely useless. Makes no sense." It's a bit like 2014. Listen, it's the first race. It's the first qualifying of the season. So I think we should wait as the more the season goes on. Yes, of course. If Mercedes keeps going like this, it could be like 2014 or 2020, but still, long way to go. And still, Mercedes have to do the job and convert pole positions to wins. How they'll handle that, how George Russell will handle it, and Kimi Antonelli, let's see. But yeah, absolute domination for Mercedes, and obviously for other competitors, they should improve because the gap between other competitors and Mercedes is huge. Isaac Hadjar, brilliant performance for him. I mean, for him to finish third in, obviously second Red Bull seat is always, a huge problem. And for him to finish third, yes, I know Verstappen crashed, etc., but still, for him to finish third is fantastic. In his first qualifying session for Red Bull is fantastic. Very good performance from Isaac Hadjar. He pulled off a brilliant lap. And I'm looking forward to seeing what's he going to do tomorrow as well. So, yeah, well done to him. And you look at the likes of Ferrari, McLaren. I expected a bit more from Ferrari. I expected a bit more from McLaren as well. 5th and 6th, not good enough. Ferrari, 4th and 7th, not good enough as well. Lando had a lot of issues. He had deployment issues, he had battery issue, he had obviously the free practice one, he had issues with the gearbox, and obviously which led to him not, having the time to train and to get known to the track, and obviously had a couple of red flags going against his way in free practice 3. So a lot of things in it. Obviously had that front wing damaged because of debris coming from Antonelli's car. So a lot of things didn't help Lando, and a lot of things didn't help McLaren because the pace they're not there. They're not there compared to the Mercedes, and also they have made some mistakes as well with the gearbox issues, and they have especially on Lando's car and also to Piastri's car because I think Zach Brown said that there were some issues in Oscar's car on Friday with the power unit, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, McLaren and the Ferrari have to improve. But Red Bull, they obviously the gap is huge compared to Mercedes, but at least they are the best of the rest, with Isaac Hadjar finishing third. VCAM, I think they look quite good as well, 8th and 9th. But Audi, they look quite decent as well, 10th and 11th. Bortoletto finishing 10th. He had that issue in the end, which he didn't help him and led to him missing Q3, which is a shame. But a good performance from Audi in this whole qualifying. And yeah, other drivers didn't go. Stroll, obviously, with the problems he's had, he didn't go for a lap because obviously with the amount of issues that Aston Martin have. Sainz didn't go for a lap because obviously Williams have some issues in his car. So yeah, and in Q2, Hulkenberg, Behrman, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, Colapinto were out. I have to say I'm disappointed in Alpine's performance because I expected much better from them. Very poor performance from them. And you look at Q1 as well. Alonso was out. He managed to. He was so close to make it to. Sorry, he was out in Q1, but he was so close to make it to Q2, which is crazy considering all the issues that Aston Martin have. I know 3 cars didn't make a lap like Verstappen, Sainz, and Stroll, but still, he still did quite decent. And Verstappen, yeah, I mean, you look at Verstappen crashing. I mean, it's very uncharacteristic of him because, to be honest with you, when Red Bull driver was when I saw the Red Bull car was in the gravel and crashing, I thought for a moment that was Isaac Hadjar. When I knew that it was Verstappen, I was like, what? How? this is so uncharacteristic of him. It's so unusual because seeing Max Verstappen crashing, making this kind of things is unusual. It's very unusual. But he crashed. I think there was a, people say that there was a problem in his handbrake when he was trying to go for a build a lap. So that's why he spun and then he crashed. But yeah, not on a great start that Red Bull and Verstappen would have liked. Obviously, Verstappen will do everything he can to bounce back tomorrow. He's going to start from 20th position, so you never discount Verstappen even at his worst. For sure, he will make a great effort to try to come back. So yeah, but very very rare to see Verstappen making mistakes like this and crashing. Very very rare, which puts him in on the back foot this cause in the race tomorrow. But like I said, you can never discount Verstappen out. So if he's when he gets tomorrow, where do I think he can finish? It's Verstappen we talk about. He can do anything. So, but it's not easy as well because let's not forget this is the first race of this regulation change, and you have to also manage the battery. So it's not easy. It's not easy as well. How's Verstappen gonna cope with it as well? He should deal with it fantastically. But is he gonna come back from 20th to third, let's say, as he did for Brazil last season? Let's see. But I think he should for sure. I expect him to be in the points tomorrow. I expect him to be in the points tomorrow. I can't see him not being in the top. I can't see him not being in the top 10 tomorrow. I can't see it. Unless there is a chaos at the start. So I expect him to fight back and come back strong tomorrow. So yeah, where is he gonna finish? I don't know. Podium, maybe a podium. I don't think a win is possible because Mercedes pace looks very very strong. So maybe a podium, maybe top 5, top 7. Let's see what happens. So yeah, but it's not a start that he and his team would have liked, especially in this first qualifying of the season. So yeah, my prediction. I think if I think Mercedes should win tomorrow. Mercedes should be dominant tomorrow. Obviously, unless there is chaos tomorrow at the race starts, unless there is some safety car and some shenanigans. If the race goes as normal as it is, which I don't expect because Australia is usually crazy, then I expect Mercedes to dominate. If the race is crazy and things happen very strange in a strange way, like sometimes it can happen in Australia, then anything can happen. But I expect Mercedes to dominate. I expect Mercedes to do really well. I'm going for a George Russell win. Second position, Antonelli. Third position. Is Hadjar gonna get a podium possible? I don't know. I have to say Red Bull look. For sure, they're not the best team, but you could say if Hadjar finishes above both McLarens and both the Ferraris, then what Verstappen could have done? What Verstappen could have done if he didn't crash? So yeah, let's see. But I'm going for a top 3. I think Charles Leclerc will get a podium. I don't think. So. I think Leclerc will get to third position. So yeah, McLaren have to improve, Ferrari have to improve, Red Bull have to improve as well, because the gap between them and those teams I mentioned and Mercedes is huge in this qualifying. So yeah. Now that's my prediction. Russell, Antonelli, and Leclerc in the point. That's it, guys. Thank you. I wish you a nice day. See you next time, and have a nice day. Bye.